Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, let me introduce myself first. My name is Amirah Nabila from ASB 18 IB class. I take Sharia Accounting as my major in Institut Agama Islam Tazkiyah. So this presentation made as a final examination of Managerial Accounting subject with Dr. Sugiyarti Fatmalela or Mrs. Ella as the lecturer. Okay, as for my student number is 181 of 2014, I have to explain about quality cost to this presentation, and I would like to say sorry in advance for any mistakes that will be taken apart later, and also thank you for the understanding and the consideration. Okay, so this is the topics guide what I will talk and discuss about. First I will explain what quality is, and I will define the quality cost, and I will also talk about the classification of quality cost and its examples, and how to control quality cost itself. First, we will talk about what quality is. So, quality is the totality of features and characteristics of a product or service that bear on its ability to satisfy given needs. Quality is about meeting the minimum standard required to satisfy customer needs. A product or service is said to be of quality if the product meets or even exceeds the customer expectations. But the problem is, what exactly are the customer's expectations, right? So in general, customers expect a product whose performance is capable of fulfilling its functions, its aesthetics, its reliability, durability, comfortable use, and easy operation for sure, and easy maintenance and repair also, right? And conforms to the specification as promised. So the customer expectations are the attributes or dimensions of a product or service quality. Okay, next I will define the quality cost. So cost of quality is a method for calculating the cost companies incur ensuring the products meets quality standards, as well as the cost of producing goods that fail to meet the quality standards. Quality cost or cost of quality is a means to quantify the total cost of quality related efforts and efficiencies. So quality costs are the costs associated with preventing, detecting, and remediating products issue related to the quality. Quality costs do not involve simply upgrading the perceived value of a product to a higher standard. Instead, quality involves creating and delivering a product that meets the expectation of customer. So the goals of calculating cost of quality is to create an understanding of how quality impacts the bottom line, whether it's the cost of scrap and reward associated with poor quality, or the expense of audits and maintenance associated with the good quality, both will be count. So cost of quality gives manufacturers an opportunity to analyze, and it helps to improve the quality operations. Okay, the next topic we will discuss about the classification of quality cost and its examples. Okay, a company can measure some costs related to providing a quality product or services, and there are four of them, which known as the classification or type of quality cost. First, there are prevention cost, and then operational cost, internal failure cost, and external failure cost. So here, if we sum up all of these types, like prevention cost plus operational cost plus internal value cost plus external value cost, we'll get the cost of quality that we can see clearly at the cost quality report. Okay, so now let's take a look at the first types of quality cost. It's prevention cost. So prevention costs are the costs incurred to prevent the production of defective products or delivery of substandard services, including engineering analysis to improve product design for better manufacturing, improvement in production process, increased quality of material inputs, and programs to train the personnel. Or for make it simple, we can say that they are cost of preventing defects. So for the example of prevention costs are such as system development, quality engineering, quality training, quality circles, statistical process control, supervision of prevention, quality improvement projects, technical support to suppliers, quality data gathering, analysis and reporting, and audit of the quality system. Okay. For the next types, we have appraisal cost. So appraisal costs are the costs incurred to identify defective products or services, including inspection and testing. Or we can say that they are costs of determining whether there's a defect exists or not. The examples of appraisal costs are such as test and inspection of incoming materials, final product testing and inspection, supply use in testing and inspection, supervision of testing and inspecting activities, depreciation of test equipment, maintenance of the equipment, plant utilities in inspection area, and the field testing and appraisal at the customer side. Okay. Next, the third type is internal value cost. So, internal value costs are the cost of defective components and final products or services that are scrapped or reworked. Also, cost of delays caused by defective products or services. Or simply, we can say that it is a cost of repairing the defects. For example, internal value costs are net cost of scrap, net cost of spoilage, reward labor and overhead, the inspection of reward products, disposal of defective products, downtime caused by the quality problems, analysis of the cause of the defects in the production, retesting of reward products, re-entering data because of keying and debugging software errors, and so on. Like the cost to repair the defects. Okay. And last, we have the last type, which name is external value cost. It is a cost caused by delivery of defective products or services to customers, such as field repairs, return, and warranty expenses. Or it can be said that this is the cost incurred after the products or services have been shipped or provided to the customer. As example of external value cost, they are cost of field servicing and handling complaints, warranty repairs and replacement costs, liability arising from defective products, lost sales arising from a reputation of poor quality, returns and allowance arising from quality problems, product recalls, and repairs and replacement beyond the warranty period. Okay, so I think for more clear explanation, I will give an example with an illustration. Okay, so let's say here there's a company, they sold or manufactures cars. So the first cost that a company could measure is called prevention cost, right? Okay, so here let's say that something on this car do not work, like the brakes, for instance. uh, if they train their employee properly, like teach them how to operate the equipment effectively in the factory, we can make sure that this never happened to begin with. We don't have to we don't have a problem with the brakes are going to fail on this car, because the employee in the factory are already doing a great job because they have been properly trained before. So any cost of this training of those employees will would be considered as a cost of prevention. Okay, so the employees training is an example for the prevention cost. And then we can also measure the cost of appraisal. So if we've made some cars and we want to see and inspect of those cars, so we'll do a test drive to see if in the fact that the brakes do work. So okay, we've done some training before, right? But now we want to make sure, before we sell it and give the car to the dealership or customer, we want to make sure that the brakes work and everything is fine. So we could visually inspect the car, we could take it for a test driver and so forth. Like, so we are trying to appraise whether that an issue identify of, or there is in fact any kind of defect on the car. And next, if we discover that there's a defect, then we have internal value here. So we can end up scrapping the car altogether if the defect is somewhere look like this car cannot be salvaged, or we can repair it, and this all happening before we actually deliver the car to any dealership or customer. So basically, internal means that the cost of product has not gotten into the customer hands yet, but we still have a cost to identify if there's a defect, and we would like to go we would like going to repair it, or somehow deal with the car. So we have an internal value here, and we have to spend some money to fix the problem. So from this illustration, the example are is repairing the defect of the car. And next, last, when we think about the most money that is going to be spent by a company is going to be the external value cost potentially, because if we don't have any external values, then we are not going to have to worry about, but if external values happen, it will be a warranty cost. So the car goes out to somebody and there's a warranty for 5 years, for instance. Let's take an example here. And there's not going to be any kind of problems with the engine or transmission, for example, but the engine blows within 3 or 4 weeks, and the person brings it back to the company and complain for whatever the problem is. And we just sold the car, and we just sold the car with defective engine, and now we're gonna incur some warranty cost here. So the problem solved. Like, we just gonna incur the warranty cost. Okay. So there's also a liability cost here as another type of external value cost. Okay. So let's say that there is a problem with the brakes, and after we train people properly before and already did a test drive and didn't catch the defect, and we didn't repair it before. uh so okay, let's make a tragic story here. I'm so sorry, uh but I think this is important to imagine, like the worst scenario. So before the car, uh before the car is in the customer hands, uh and the brakes do not work and they end up crashing, for instance. Okay, and the worst scenario happen, which is the people unfortunately die, and the family are going to sue the company, right, for giving a defective product. So potentially it could be the most expensive cost, because one once the product gets out of the company's hand and into the customer's hand, it is will be a lot of damage could be done. Okay, I think uh it's clear enough to illustrate this case. So yeah, inshallah is clear. Now, how to control the quality cost itself. So products that are not qualified are said to be defective products. So manager must maintain the zero defects, which means that all products conform to the specification. So generally, managers set a defective product tolerance limit as the target value. The target value is set in the percentage level of defective products. Like, for example, like 0.001%, for instance. So this means that for each production of 100,000 product units, the maximum defective products are is 1 unit. Okay, so for achieving the minimum level of defect possibility, here we have total quality management, or TQM, and Six Sigma as a management system that may help the manager to control and manage it. So, actually, many companies have already implemented the Total Quality Management or TQM initiative. So, Total Quality Management is an approach to quality that focuses on prevention of defects and on customer certification. And it focuses on prevention of defects and on achievement of customer certification. So, the TQM approach built the assumption that a company minimize the cost of quality when it achieves a high quality levels. So TKM here is the application of quality principle to all of the companies and the force to satisfy the customer. Actually, uh, there are 8 elements, yeah, if I'm not mistaken, of the TKM. They are customer focus, total employee involvement, process centered, integrated system, and strategy and system approach, and then continual improvement, fact-based decision making, and communication. So the management here is to achieve a long-term success through the customer satisfaction with those elements. And the second, the most recent trend in quality control is Six Sigma. Actually, the basic concept of Six Sigma originally comes from a combination of the TQM, Total Quality Management, and SPC, Statistical Process Control. So now, Six Sigma is a management system, actually. So Six Sigma is a discipline data-driven approach to eliminating defects in any process. It is a continuous process improvement effort designed to reduce cost by improving quality. So in short, we can say it is a data-driven continuous process improvement effort designed to eliminate defects and improve the quality. Basically, Six Sigma is a method that focuses on improving quality, like reducing waste, by helping company produce better, faster, and cheaper products and services. So the management system strategy used in Six Sigma are customer focus, reduce defect, center around the target, and reduction variable. This show through the use of two Six Sigma methodologies. They are DMAIC and DMADV. Okay, so the Six Sigma DMAIC, which means define, measure, analyze, improve, and control, is an improvement system for existing process falling below specification and looking for incremental improvement. And in the other side, the Six Sigma DMADV, which stand for define, measure, analyze, design, and verify, is an improvement system used to develop new process or products at Six Sigma quality levels. So it can also be employed if a current process requires more than just incremental improvement. So companies should be proactive, I think, in managing the cost quality and heavily invest in prevention and appraisal costs in order to reduce exposure to both internal value costs and external value costs. This can be achieved by a variety of methods such as machine monitoring or adopting of internet technology other than management system like TKM and Six Sigma that I've already mentioned before. Okay. So, Steve Jobs once said that quality is more important than quantity. One home run is much better than two doubles. So, this showed that quality is really important in a business. Okay, so this is the reference. These are some of the sources that uh, of the materials in this presentation. Some I get from books, some from websites, and there's also from a YouTube video, which very helpful. And don't want to forget that I used to watch the recording of the class before with Mrs. Ella in week 12, if I'm not mistaken, which discuss about quality cost for sure. So special thanks for Mrs. Ella. Thank you for teaching us for this past semester. Thank you for the ilm. Thank you for the knowledge. Masya Allah, tabarakallah, Mrs. Ella. Uh, Actually, I'm so sorry for disappointing you if my explanation is not brief enough. But I really gave my best here, so I hope for the best return too. Okay, so I think that's all about the quality cost. Thank you, jazakillah khair. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.